Hello and welcome to episode 156, and for this video we're back in the same location as episode 155, and that's Kingfisher Lake at the Bluebell Lakes complex. The three amigos are back together again, and we're also joined by Matt off the YouTube channel Maff UK. So and then later in the week we've got one of Matt's mates joining us as well, Dave. So
we've got Dave and Andy joining us.
Oh, Dave and Andy, so there'll be a right proper social in a couple of days' time.
Yeah, blinding piss up.
Yeah. As it stands, we've got a 5-day session ahead of us, possibly 6 for me. I haven't made up my mind yet. So a proper mega session, mega social. I'm not actually fishing yet because I've been fannying around like an old flannel for hours and hours, because I've been deciding on swims to fish and what have you. These guys have already got their tackle out. If you haven't seen Matt's channel before, Matt does a variety of topics on his blogs. He does carp fishing, but he also does a bit of hammocking and a bit of bushcraft as well. So if you're into that kind of Ray Mearsy stuff, then you can have a look at Matt's channel. I'll put a little link to Matt's channel in the description under this video. But anyway, waffling now because I've got to get my tackle out yet. Oh. Anyway, right, less waffle, let's get some carpy going. Till then, let's go fishing.
Let's go fishing.
I'm still not fishing yet. Time is getting on. It is actually 6:15 in the evening now, and which means I've actually been on the complex about 6 hours and I still haven't even put a rod out yet. But main reason for the delay, the swim I'm in now, there was someone in here until about 10 minutes ago. I had started setting up on the right hand side of Matt, and it was a swim that Simon was in last time we were here, last blog.
Is there another peg left of you? No. No, it's not, is it? No, he's further.
And
on that corner one, aren't you then? Yeah. There's two.
I started setting up in that swim that Simon was in last time, and I wasn't really keen on it, to be fair, because it only has 40 yards of water. But I started setting up in it, and then basically the bloke who was in this swim started packing up, and this swim has up to 75 yards of water that you can fish, so hence why I've got no bivvy up. I've got just all the bits of tackle that I'm going to fish on my bed at the moment, and because it's got so late in the day now before I'm actually going to get fishing. As you can see, I've got some zigs here on a spool. I'm just going to basically pub chuck a couple of zigs out just for tonight, just to get fishing. I want a anti-tangle boom on that. So have I got any here? Yes. So yeah, so basically, yeah, because I've left it so late in the day now to actually get a good swim, I'm just going to pub chuck a couple of zigs out into open water. My left hand rod, which I'll show you sometime later in the blog, has got a really nice hanging over tree line kind of margin. So I'm going to put my left hand rod on that, but on a bottom bait I expect probably, and then just to get fishing now, because like I said, it's tea time, I'm hungry, I want to get some food on. I've moving swims already without even fishing, as just my kit's all over the place, so I just basically need to get tidied up. And right, anyway, got one rod ready to get out, so at least I can get fishing. So we'll start going into spots and all that tomorrow and all that. It's just, yeah, sorry it's a bit rushed guys, it's just I've just been a bit rushed moving swims, so really sort of behind schedule of where I want it to be. Right, anyway, let's get this rod out. Oh, good morning guys. Welcome to Party Central. Got the old gazebo up, seeing there's several of us on this session, and along one I went out and purchased the old the Avid road trip gazebo. So before I got in my swim yesterday that I'm in now, I actually put this up first, so while I was waiting to do stuff yesterday, and I'm glad I did, because as I said yesterday, by the time I got into the swim I'm in now, I was rushing around to get the rods out, and I didn't even put the bivvy up last night because I thought, oh, it's a nice day, nice and warm, I'll just sleep under the stars tonight. It was having a baking hot yesterday, and well, I'm glad I put this up now, because during the night the weather got really misty, but a proper heavy mist. That's like it, you know, that falls a bit like rain. It wasn't raining, it's just the mist is so thick and heavy it was like rain. So I quickly shimmied all my bed and all my bags and luggage and whatnot into the gazebo and slept in here last night. But it was actually quite nice. I mean, I could stand up in here, loads of headroom, still got a nice open front, and yeah, actually had a good night's sleep in here. So anyway, but no one's catching at the moment. Only been a few signs of fish, nothing really major like when we was here in the last video. Oh, alright then guys, just in front of a maff teaser bivvy. Oh look, isn't that cute? It's got a nice little ornamental plate with kittens on in his bivvy. Oh, isn't that sweet? Right then guys, you catch me on about the back end of about an hour and a half's worth of marking up work I've just been doing. So yeah, because I only sort of pub chucked the rods yesterday, I didn't have any spots or anything found, so I've actually got the bivvy up now in this swim, and wound all the rods in so I could do up my marker work. Just been just casting around the bare lead. I don't put a float on when I'm just looking for spots, so that you don't need to. It's just something that can get clogged up in the weed. So just a bare 3/8 lead. So been casting around. I've got a good marker of a really tall poplar tree in the background that I can cast to. That's going to be my right hand rod. Then there's a dip in the trees just to the left of that, which is going to be my middle rod. And then my left rod, if you can see right above me bite alarms, goes straight up, and then see the end of this tree here that sticks out a bit. Well, if you can get really tight to that tree, then it's clear, but you almost have to kind of brush the leaves on the way down to get the clear spot. That's 5.5 wraps to the end of that tree. My middle rod and my right hand rod is now at 15 wraps. I had a bit of a kind of a head start on knowing where to fish out in open water, because Simon just to my right is fishing at 17 wraps, and he said where he's fishing it's clear, so I started at 17 wraps. Most of it was clear, but it was a bit hit and miss. I was hitting patches of weed at 17 wraps, come back to 16 wraps, lot clearer, but still every now and again hitting the odd just patch of weed here and there. Come back to 15 wraps and it is clear. So no matter where I dragged it around, it was clear at 15 wraps. So that's going to be my range for 2 of the rods, and then like I said, then the third rod is going to be there. And I know they come in close because when we was walking around yesterday, we did see a fish bosh even closer in. Oh, about there. So so the fish do come in close. Right. Anyway, right, need to get the marker rod, put it away now, put some proper rigs back on the rods, because when I put the zigs on yesterday I took all the tubing and everything off. Oh. So have a little zoom in and see what goodies Lee's got there. Boilie,
sweet corn, mate.
Boilie and corn.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice and simple.
Yeah.
Just like its creator. Oh, I was just at a shot behind the trees.
There's one more if you want.
No, it's alright because I can't really be bothered to film you anymore.
Because you're already used to being ugly on the screen, so.
Right then guys, so that's it. I'm finally fishing properly. As you just seen, all 3 rods have just gone out. Fairly happy with where they landed. They all pretty much landed on the marks that I wanted to put them on first time. If I was going to be really pedantic, I would have maybe liked to have got the left hand rod up against the tree, maybe 6 inches closer, but that's just me being pedantic. When it landed, I give it a tiny little pull and it moved nice and smooth, so I know it is on a clear spot. But anyway, right, fishing, you might be able to notice me bobbins are up tight. There's a hell of a lot of marginal weave between sort of like, well, literally from the rod tips to make 4 or 5 rod lengths out. Really thick, horrible Canadian weed. So fishing tight lines, no back leads, no flying back leads, so I can keep the lines above the weed. I've got the tail rubbers on my lead clips just barely nicked on, so hopefully if I do get a take, it will drop the lead on the take, and again the fish should come up in the water and come over that weed if that needs to be the case. So now I'm fishing properly. The rest of it is just in the hands of the carp gods. I'm going to put a bit of bait out now, try and entice some fish onto my spots. But yeah, after sort of actually being here for about 24 hours now, I'm actually fishing properly now. Right, let's get some bait out. I'm just going to put a few handfuls of that into me little bucket. And then I've got some of the Hinders Nut 365, and this is the chops version. We already blend it up in the shop. So there's a mix of boilies there. There's some 10 mils, 14 mils, and I think some bigger 18 mils. And basically they put it all through the chopper and just make a bag of chops of various sizes. So I'm just going to chuck all that bag in. Let's give it a good old mix up. What I did as well with a monster mix at home before I actually come fishing, I boosted up the flavour a bit with a bit of the CC More Amino 365, just to put a bit of extra flavour into it. But that is pretty much going to be what I'm putting out. If I did want to put any hemp out, add any hemp to it, I've got some hemp in the car as well, so but I think for now that'll do. Good evening, guys. Hello, Andy.
Hello.
So, evening number 2, barbecue number 2, and what can be better than 4 barbecues all going all at once?
5.
4 fish.
4 barbecues.
4.
Yeah, what could be better than 4?
Oh.
5.
Tomorrow will be 5 with Dave.
You've always got to get one clever dick on the bank, haven't you? Oh. Anyway, what can be better than 5 barbecues on the bank?
6.
Anyway, well, obviously, guys, the fishing action has been a bit slow at the moment because there's been a distinct lack of fishing action. The only bite we've had is Simon on his arm.
It's him, Simon.
No, I'll just stab him in a minute.
Anyway, guys, we're having a barbecue, we're having a good social. Matt and Andy have tried to give us alcohol poisoning.
Andy still is.
There's no trying about it, is there?
Anyway, so I just thought we'll give you a quick update, guys. There's nothing really going on in the fishing. It's pretty much all about the social at the moment. But we're enjoying ourselves.
Yes.
Whether the fish are playing their part or not, it doesn't really matter at the moment, does it? Because we're having a good time anyway, aren't
Absolutely.
we? So, which is what this is all about anyway.
Get the gin out, boys, come on.
There's none left.
Yeah,
What?
there is.
But
I'll link you.
anyway,
Nice. Gin.
right. Dilly
Oh, yeah.
dilly,
Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
dilly dilly.
Silly Billy.
Right, and guys, after last night's calamity of losing a fish, we have redemption. Same rod again. Same spot, 15 wraps out on a Ronnie rig with a 12mm Mystic Plum pop-up, white pop-up, and absolutely one toner again. Put up a really good fight this time, unlike the other fish that kind of swam towards me. This one actually put up a good fight, and also she is a new PB, 42 pounds on the nose, absolutely made up. So it doesn't matter what happens for me from now on, because coming away from a session with a PB is absolutely awesome. We'll have a quick flip around, have a look at the other side.
Is she heavy, Chris?
It's killing my back.
Try doing it with balls the size of footballs. This is going to be a better side, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Gorgeous, look at her.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
What a fish. Wow, let me zoom in on that. She's gorgeous, isn't she?
I can't hold up for too long, lads.
Done.
Right. Oh.
Well done.
Well done, mate. Top skills.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, go. It's the right hook.
I want a sort of a half submerged picture. Guys, new PB, going back to the deep.
That's it. There she goes. Fantastic.
Fucking hell, she's heavy.
How big, Lee?
29.5, mate. I think it is. I'm going to have to re-weigh the sling because I'm not sure, because she feels heavier, but they always do, don't they? So, right, let's get her back. Don't knock her about.
Plenty of life in that old girl.
Yes, I said it's got more energy than what my fish had.
Well done, Lee.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Hi guys, we've just re-weighed Lee's sling because it was misweighed, and the actual weight of that fish was
£30. She was half a pound under, if you know what I mean, on the scales. So
what?
£30 common.
Well done, mate. Well done.
Cheers, lads. Thank you very much. You want to be able to do it?
Was that nearly as big as a 42 pound common?
You
The next one will be. Mate, I am just happy to catch.
We got poor Andy. We got poor me. Blanking.
Well,
Happy
plenty of
blankers.
time yet. Plenty of time yet.
Well, if you get close up with this, like look into infinity. Wow, hi guys. So it's just after lunchtime now, and well, I haven't even got the rods back out yet. There's since I had that fish. I mean, when I was doing some photos, I was putting it back in the margins and then releasing it. I went too deep into the lake in me waders, and yeah, filled me waders up with nice silty water. So that was me all nice and stinky. So since the fish has gone back, I've had to go up to the showers and have a nice good old scrub up. I needed a shower anyway. I was going to have a shower regardless this morning anyway, but after I filled me waders up with salty water, I definitely needed a shower. But just tying some new rigs now, basically, because after I had that fish this morning, trying to battle it through the weed has it slightly bent the hook out a bit, and one of my other rigs that I had down the left hand tree margin, it was still sharp, but the hook had kind of lost its edge, so I was going to redo a new hook link for that one anyway. But yeah, but because I've had a decent fish, I haven't rushed to get the rods back out. I know a lot of you would say, oh, I'd get the rods back out, get fishing back on the spots while they're biting. And yeah, you're right, you should. But to be fair, I'm not bothered, because no matter what happens from this point onwards, for me now, is a bonus. So I'm, you know, still got another 3 nights of fishing to go. I don't see the point in rushing. I'm just enjoying my chilled out time on the bank, you know, having a good social with the lads. So yeah, just enjoying my time on the lads, on the bank with the lads. You know, we're having a barbecue every night, and yeah, so I've just, you know, I'm just having a chill out day now today. You know, I'm just going to relax, get these rigs tied. I'm going to put some bait out in a little while, just to, you know, keep the spots active. And yeah, I'm just going to have a chill out day really, because I've already far and away accomplished what I wanted to do in this session, and so now I'm just having a chilled out time. You know, I might not even cast out until this evening. So anti-tangle boom. Yeah, so you know, for me, especially on these long sessions, it's not all about getting the rods back out straight away. It's just, you know, just enjoying the time on the bank, taking in the atmosphere, having fun with the lads. And you know, it just gives me this little bit of time to chill out, get me next set of rigs ready. Ow, ow. So, alright, there we go. Next Ronnie rig, let's stretch it out. I'm with this IQ2. You don't need to steam it. I think if you just put a couple of hook pullers on each end, just give it a bit of a pull, Slightly stretching it, you know, not really pulling it, but just enough to straighten out the hook link, and there you go. One straight hook link. So I like the IQ2, gives nice boom sections to your Ronnie rigs. There you go. I don't know if you can see that. I tie it with a figure 8 loop knot on the end of the Ronnie to give it lots of movement. And that is that. Right, anyway guys, I think I've been waffling on long enough. That's that. Get a couple more rigs out, tied up. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill today now, I think. So, right, I'm gonna crack on with this. I'll catch you later. Right then guys, as you've just seen, the bait has gone in, so I've probably put out about 1.5 kilos between the two rods out at range, and then as you just saw, I've only just done a couple of spots that'll be on my margin spot. So I'm going to leave it for a few hours now before putting the rods out onto them spots. I'm going to let the swim rest now, let the fish maybe come in if they are in the area, have a grub around on that bait that I've just put out, and then hopefully when I do put my rods out in I don't know, maybe 2-3 hours time, then fish are there, ready to pick the baits up straight away. Right, I'm going to go and just chill out with the lads now, and have a bit of a rest. I'm all ready to go fishing. The rigs are made, they're baited up, rods are clipped up, so all I've got to do when I do decide I want to put the rods out is just cast out, so I'm ready to go. But I'm just going to rest the swim now after all the commotion of spodding, and yeah, just chill out now for a little while. So a little zoom in, see what goodies he's filling his spawn with.
Can't see.
I can't actually because your hand's in the way.
Good. Nah, it's just
Oh,
boys.
oh, hang on, let's have a little zoom in.
Carrots and corn.
Oh yeah. Lovely jubbly.
Got it?
Yeah, I have now. Now that the old chubby hand's out the way.
Hey.
Oh, tangled. That's it. Right then guys, early evening time now, and let's welcome Dave into the blog. Dave is Matt's other mate who we said would be here, so
Yeah, glad I made
welcome, welcome to the blog finally, 2 days in.
Thank you, yeah. Better late than never. Hello.
So now you're here, can I have a look at your tackle?
Well, how good's your lens? This isn't my rigs for here.
Let me give your rod a good luck rub.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah. You just say the word 43. For good luck. Yeah, rub my rod.
Yeah. That's not how you're fishing, no?
No, I'm
All
putting a drop off in lines. These are my old rigs. I don't plan for weeks and weeks like you lot. It was last night.
This thing isn't working.
It's open.
Right then guys, now we've welcomed Dave into the video. I say even at this point we still have 3 days fishing ahead of us really, so there's still plenty of time for lots of action and calamities yet, I'm sure.
It will be.
Total wipeout. Plenty of calamities, I'm sure, Chris. We'll definitely get some of those for you.
Right then guys,
Swim for them.
right, we'll be back when someone's doing some at carpy. This is the action one. Do you want to tell my viewers what you're baiting up with, Matt?
Yeah, not a problem. What I'm using is DNA baits, Secret 7, with a 15mm and 12mm boilie, and they're soaked. They've been soaking now for about 4 days, 5 days in the DNA Secret 7 spod mix, and that's exactly what I've got out on the end of my.
On the end of your tackle?
Yeah, that's what I've got. That's what I've got stuck on the end of my tackle. So that's what I'm fishing with. I've got 2 different lots out. This new spod rod seems to be working just perfectly.
Hello.
Might need the Danny stomach with this one there.
Got it out there. Good morning, guys, and fairly quiet night fishing wise. Not a lot happened at all for any of us last night. The social part in the gazebo was really good, but yeah, we all woke up to absolutely nothing happening last night. But today's another day. It's still, the conditions are still looking good in our favour though. We've got I'm sure you can probably just see at the top of the picture, we got some nice overcast conditions, but it's still really warm, hence the lily whites are out, and what gentle breeze is blowing in our direction. So if the fish are reading the rule books and are following the wind, then we're still on the right side of the lake. So it is looking good. There's been a few fish boshing out this morning. So the fish are looking active. They've definitely been feeding through the night, because a lot of the Canadian pondweed that's normally growing on the bottom of the lake has all come up and it's drifted into the margins, so they'll definitely be feeding and ripping it up. Sometime later on I think I'm going to have to do a bit of swim maintenance again and clear all the weed out of the margins, so I've got a clear run out to where I'm fishing, because when I had that 40 yesterday morning, trying to net it was a nightmare. So we all done some swim maintenance and cleared the weed out the margins, just so it doesn't interfere with your lines, and if you do get a fish it's easier to net, that kind of thing. But anyway, oh, little ponies. Well, I'm going to leave the rods up for a couple of hours yet, then a few of us has to go to the local shops this morning and get fresh supplies and whatnot, food and whatnot, so going to be winding in the next couple of hours, and then yeah, just go and get supplies. The rods will probably go back out around about lunchtime. Anyway, I'll catch up with you later when there's something worth showing you. Catch your fish is good.
Yeah, very good.
Oh.
Was it on zig? It weren't on zig, was it?
No.
There we go then, guys. I've only just caught the back of the landing here. Oh, a bit of
It's not a big one.
bit of behind the scenes of Maff to UK. What? Big fish and big lump of weed.
Yeah, Dave, hang on. Dave.
Right, we'll have a look at this when it's on the bank then, guys.
Beautiful fish. Just put a bit of water
Yeah,
on, get rid
yeah.
of the dirt.
Is it alright with that sling?
You take the sling away.
Do the little mat. They're just a pain, aren't they, for the pictures? Don't need to lift it any higher or anything.
There you go then, guys. Dave has got a lovely,
It's beautiful common, isn't it?
lovely dark comment.
What time was it? That take? Do you know?
Probably about 11:30.
Is it 11:30? Yeah.
Probably about that, I think.
From those of you who watched my last blog, there was a little hot spot under the margin tree to the right, and that's where he's got it from. At the moment, it's been weighed in at £33.4 in the
then
sling.
minus the sling, yeah.
So we've got to minus the weight of the sling yet.
Could be a scrape of 30.
So anyway, nice one, Dave.
Yeah, well done, Dave.
Thanks for the
Congrats,
tip.
mate.
Yeah.
The tree, yeah.
Oh,
Well done, Dave.
can I claim half the weight because we put you onto that little hot spot?
Yes, you can, Chris. All
Nice
right.
one. Well, I'll update you in a minute, guys, with the minus sling weight.
Are we all pictured up?
Yeah, go for it.
Cheers.
Right then, guys, we're just weighing the sling. It is
Just under, nearly 2.5, just under.
2.5, so we've got to take 2.5 off of 33.4.
Yeah.
So it is 30.12. Am I right, mind the camera?
I love the way you froze then, that was fantastic. Great skills.
Well, good skills, everyone. Yeah.
So is that right? 30.12?
Yeah, it's a 30 for me. That'll do.
Right.
Ounces and
Well,
nothing.
bit more behind the scenes of Maff
Here we
UK.
are, making our epic movie. There's only a couple of blankers still left in this,
Oh.
and I'm one of them.
You're one of the better blankers.
So let me just ask Maff, how was your game of Space Invaders this
It's
morning?
one of my favourite games. I've not played it on the bank before, but it was definitely an interesting game.
I've never seen it before.
No,
but it was
Well,
good for the crack.
and Dave also played some Space Invaders this morning with a twist. Did you win?
No, I did aim and I didn't shoot, but there was one massive target. Whose was that? It was the big Space Invader.
Yeah. And unfortunately, guys, unless you know the joke, you'll never find out what that's all about.
And that's how it should stay.
Yeah. What happens on the bank?
Stays on the bank.
Bank life, keeping it real.
Keeping it real.
Shipped and released. I'm going to wade in now and clear the line and get it under the weed. So it's cheers, Andy.
What you doing, Mr. Trekker Man?
Just spin some boilies, baby. Look at that. Full of goodness. Full of goodness.
That's what my missus says about my pants.
I bet she don't really.
She says, full of meaty goodness
Yeah.
with a cream surprise.
She likes little things in life then, does she?
Right, and guys, just a bit of a tactic change for today. Well, for this afternoon anyway. We've had a bit of a change in weather conditions, and for the first time since Monday when I got here, we've actually had some nice sunshine. Up for the last few days it's been pretty overcast the whole time, and but now we've actually got some sunshine. The fish have been showing on the surface, so I've just wound in all 3 Ronnie rigs and just put zigs out. Same 3 zigs I had in the last video. They was all made up, still ready to go. As you just seen, I've doused them up with the Tutti Frutti beetle in to give them a bit of an extra kick. They're all still 12 foot. I haven't really plumbed the depth in this swim I'm in, but I think roughly the same kind of depth water as in before in the last video, I guess. But anyway, I've just chucked all the 12 foot zigs on again. All 3 out in open water, so at the moment it seems like the tactic to be on when we can see the fish on there, out there. Simon has been doing a bit of floater fishing in his swim, but the water was a bit flatter then. You might be able to see there's a bit of a ripple on the water now, and the breeze has just kicked up a little bit, and it's just become a little bit too breezy for Simon to carry on with his floater fishing, because the wind is in our face, and as soon as you cast out it's all just coming back at you. So yeah, so just a little update. All 3 rods are on zigs. They're probably, as long as this sun keeps up, they'll probably stay on zigs now for the next, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 hours.
fishing, baby.
I like your new flip-flops, Lee.
Yeah.
I do. Do you know flip-flops was invented by a Frenchman?
What's his name?
Philippe Philop.
Yeah.
Right then guys, as you can see, Dave is in the water with his waders. We were sitting round Party Central and all of a sudden Dave's receiver absolutely lit up with a one-toner.
You're out with it there, Dave. Do you want to get some of that weed off the line?
I'm alright, I'm just going to, hopefully it'll ping off, but
Same little hot spot under the tree has gone again.
probably my own doing.
And from the sounds of it, unfortunately,
Yeah.
it's picked up Andy's line in the next swim to the left. It's also picked up a big chunk of weed as
Pulling, isn't it?
It's sliding through that weed. I think when it gets on its head,
It's coming up here.
It's only just there.
It's only here.
It's because the swims are so close.
oh, here we go. The fish is here. Maybe it's gone round Andy's line and
You're out with it there, Dave.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Come on, girl. Come on, get him. Yes.
fish in the net.
Get in the net.
Damn, fucking skills.
That's it, Mucker.
Was that flipping skills on camera, Lee?
Yes.
Oh, you could let go then.
Oh, that's it, pal. Oh yeah, this is the lump there.
Is
I've had action. Here we go. A £30 common caught under the tree. Chris's little tip off.
A little hot
Wasn't
spot.
quite the bream I was expecting.
Nice.
But beautiful carp. It's in perfect condition. Isn't it?
£30 on the button.
Oh, look at its
Yeah.
mouth as well. It's
Do you want a
perfect,
picture of
isn't
that?
it? Perfect.
I'd like a picture.
Well done.
There we go.
Considering you were the last one here, you're sitting there smashing it up.
I think I've just been lucky. The wind's been pushing into my swim and it's got a massive raft of weed on it,
Okay.
so
It's black as anything, isn't it, that common?
yeah. Certainly not complaining. Man.
If it's tail up a bit.
Thanks for the Hinders bait, by the way, Chris. That was, and that helped secure the capture.
Oh, what did you really catch it on?
Team Inders.
What they call.
Well, we can't even see her go because she's gone straight under that raft of weed.
Hey.
Well done, mate.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks, everyone. Let's have a beer.
Yeah, let's get back to the bonfire.
I'm not putting that rod back out.
Well, good morning, guys. And apart from last night's social in Party Central, it was another quiet night. Well, quiet after David had that fish. But yeah, the old last night's social in Party Central kind of went on to the early hours of the morning. I think we're all up a bit later than we have been this morning. But today's another day. It's certainly a lot cooler today as well. So at the moment I've still got my zigs on. I think they're going to come off and all three rods go back onto bottom baits. Alright guys, we have an empty swim where Matt was. He's had a move. So I'm currently stood in Andy's swim. Oh, say hello, Andy.
Hello.
If I swing round looking through Dave's swim, if you can see through the branches. Matt is now over there in that corner because there's been fish absolutely stacked up in that corner during the night and this morning. So as we've got one night to go and Matt hasn't caught anything yet, he's decided to move round there and try and get one of the many fish that's been stacked up in that corner. Let's say hello to Andy in a minute. How have you enjoyed the social so far, mate?
Fantastic.
It's been great, hasn't it?
Absolutely brilliant.
I think this session has been more about the social than the fishing, to be fair, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. Yeah. Very enjoyable. Let's do it again.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice place, good company. Fantastic. We even brought our own chef. Yeah, very good.
Can you hear that cuckoo going in the background, guys? He has not shut up for about the last 3 days. He's driving me bloody cuckoo. Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. He has not shut up. Right then, guys, we haven't seen much of Andy up to now.
That's definitely a good thing.
A little bit camera shy, but he's about to put one of his rigs out using the old bait bolt.
Nice and close. That's as good as it gets, Chris.
There we go, you've just dropped your load.
So I've got one at 9.5 wraps, I've got one at 6 wraps, and my third one I'm just going to plop in the margin. And then that's me till last knockings tomorrow.
Right then guys, we are now with Matt in his new swim. So, why have you chosen to move swims?
Well, we've got 24 hours left. I spent 5 days on 3 spots, feeding them up, kept on the spots, constantly changing my rigs from bottom baits, pop-ups, and went over to zigs. And in the areas that I was fishing, I was getting nothing at all, no beeps, no knocks, no nothing. So in this corner where I am now, there's fish showing constantly, and for the last 24 hours, why not?
Yeah.
Give it a go. Give it a go. I'll reel in tonight and continue the social, but for today, I've got to give it a go.
Yeah, we'll have a little pan round just so we can see what your swim looks like. It's a nice little corner of the lake, innit? And the fish do stack up here in times, don't they?
They do, indeed. Yeah, there's been quite a few. I mean, there's been some washing out 10 metres from the bank all morning. It's been mad. So I can't see why I wouldn't do it. I'd be mad not to. So I've gone for it.
And are you going to do any climbing of this tree later on? Are you?
Probably not. No, I don't do trees very well anymore. Something to do about weighing a bit too heavy for trees, I think. Tree climbing is those days have gone, I think. If I was being honest.
Oh, what are we doing at Atho? What are we doing here?
Well, I'm just using all the flavours I've got, and I'm hoping this is PVA friendly. I'm just about to find out whether this is PVA friendly or not.
Well, maximum attraction. Right then guys, we'll leave Matt to getting his tackle ready.
Well, I don't mind playing with me tackle every now and again.
I better get back to my own swim. I'll see you later, Matt.
Yeah, cheers. I'll catch up with you for the social and our last night. And I've got the wood as well, so we're all right.
Oh, another bonfire tonight then.
Yeah, another one. Marshmallows around the fire. Fantastic. Can't beat it. No, that is keeping it real.
Yeah. Good evening, guys. Well, it's early evening. You might be able to tell that the sun's kind of right behind the camera by me squinting. But I'm just getting the rods ready now for this evening's recast. I've already clipped up all the rods at the range. I've decided I'm going to sack off that margin spot because it hasn't done nothing. There we go. Yeah, that margin spot hasn't done nothing. As you've seen earlier on as well, I've also had a crack at floater fishing today as well. Unsuccessfully. There were fish feeding out there, but none of them was unlucky enough to pick up the one with my hook in it. And then as soon as that white fluff, that pussy willow, all started coming off the trees and put like a blanket of that white fluff pussy willow on the lake, the fish just disappeared. They just didn't want to know anymore. So yeah, all the rods are all clipped up, rebaited. I think I might actually leave the swim for a couple of hours just to rest before I do put the rods out. I haven't put no more spod mix out today because I mean, it's been 2.5 days now since I had that common, and I put bait out yesterday and the day before and all that after, and because I've had no fish, there's bound to be quite a bit of that bait from the last 2 days I've been putting out there still out there, so I haven't put any more bait out today. But yeah, so the rods are ready to go. I'm just gonna leave it a couple of hours, I think, now before actually putting the rods back out, just to make sure that when the rods do go out for the night, the baits are as fresh and as buoyant for as long as possible. Right. That's it. I need to clean my barbecue for tonight's last night's of festivities. So it's been really quiet today, apart from that 45 this morning over the other side of the lake. I haven't heard of any other fish come out today. None of us lot have certainly had anything. We've all tried a bit of floater fishing, I think, as well. Yeah, it's just been a tough one today, or last couple of days certainly on my side of things. But hey ho, still got about 24 hours of fishing to go before we need to think about packing up. Right then guys, we are with Dave.
Hello.
Hello. Obviously up to now we've seen Dave catch a couple of 30s, which was last night and the day before now, and this is the first opportunity we've had a chance to look at his rig. So do you want to tell us what you're using, mate?
Yeah, basic braid. I think I can't remember what make braid it is now, but £35 braid. I've got a Monster Tiger Nut bottom bait, just balanced out with a little imitation pop-up maggot, and I'm using a drop-off lead, which I put on like that.
Zoom right into that.
There we go.
If anyone's not seen a drop-off lead before,
when the fish pulls it, that's it, releases. And because it's so weedy down here, and I'm fishing really close in, that has been essential.
you need to drop the lead every time to get it through that weed.
Yeah, Yeah, the weeds have been a nightmare. Just putting a solid PVA bag in, clearing a gap in the weed and lowering it in with the baiting spoon.
Yeah. And the old tidying up bait is the
I've just been crumbing it up and putting it in a PVA
is
bag.
the successful bait that's been doing it for you.
Yeah, straight out of the bag bottom bait, nothing special. That's it.
Lovely jubbly. Right. Catch you later. Hopefully you can get fish number 3 for my blog.
I'll try.
Right then guys, I am in Matt's swim, his new swim that he moved to this morning. And if you remember at the head of the video, I mentioned that on his Maff UK channel, he doesn't just does carping, he does bushcraft and hammocks. And as you can see behind me, old Matt has put one of his hammocks up because he's able to in his swim now. So I'm just going to have a little go in it. There we go. Lovely dovely. Comfy as anything, I must say, Matt.
Good. Hang on, let me get your pillow, it dropped down.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, you can hit it that
Oh, there we go. Yep, very comfy guys, I must admit. Never been in a hammock before, but actually quite like it. Right, I'll see you later. I'm going to have a bit of a snooze.
How do?
Now then, cocker.
What's happening?
Oh, dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
Dilly dear boy.
Right then guys, this is our 5th and final night. Our last barbecue. The last night of socialising. I must admit lads, it's been a great time.
Yeah, very
But
good. Fabulous.
The fishing has been okay. But
Shit. For some.
But anyway lads, it's been a great social, so
Dilly
dilly. Dilly dilly.
everyone.
Yeah, it's
Well,
been great fun.
Dilly dilly.
So you haven't seen everything that's been going on during the social guys, because the stuff we just couldn't show you. But
Lucky then, ain't they? You mean like arse invaders?
something like that. But anyway, cheers guys. Guys, we're all huddled under the gazebo, Party Central.
All weathers.
Absolutely lashing it down, so
Nothing can go wrong with it.
the old gazebo's coming into its own for tonight.
Never had no problem.
Oh no, oh look, you can just see your head, Dave.
And the R3s as well, I've had a pair of them and they're a fucking great.
Yeah, maybe the
R3s.
this heavy weather might absolutely wake the lake up a bit, because it's been a bit quiet, so
Yeah,
you never know, another storm might wake the fish up a bit, because
to be fair,
I hope so, because I'm still on the blank.
yeah, because it was after the weather like this the other night when I had my 40, so who knows, might get another one.
Do people say, is it a storm? No, it's just a squirrel. Or is it a squirrel? Depends on where you're from. Are you?
Well, good morning guys, and unfortunately another quiet night for everyone. I've just been up and down the bank, had a chat to all the lads, and yeah, apart from quite a social last night, nothing else really happened. So the wind has done a 180. Not much of a wind, but what is blowing is now blowing in completely the opposite direction. All the weed that was building up under my rods is now gone. But yeah, gonna start doing a bit of a slow pack down of the non-essential items shortly that I don't need any more for this session. And just cross the fingers, maybe something can happen in the last several hours that we're going to be here.
Yeah. So if I just be nice and patient, pull that in together. I really want to get this in.
Here we go then guys. After a long slog,
It's kicking on the top there.
Matt is finally in. I think all of us were all mid. Slow pack down of non-essential items. You've certainly worked for this bite anyway, haven't you, mate?
That pole's paid off, hasn't it?
That pole
We
was
dropped it in a tiny
fantastic.
little hole.
Yeah.
I don't care how big this fish is, I don't care.
No. It'd be a good
So you can see where the fish is because it's pulling a load of weed.
It's not putting too much strain on, that's brilliant. It's moving. This is the best scenario really.
Just enough just to keep the fish moving. That fish is under there somewhere, guys.
Where that
And
lily
it's still
is.
pulling, it's still on, which is really good
Yeah.
news.
It's all loose weed, isn't it? It's not
It
fixed.
is. So
Don't know how much we can pick up on it.
there we go then guys. There is a fish in the net.
Well, look it in the net, Matt.
There's some fish,
It's going to fight now.
some weed. And it's safe to say
I'll get it out and do it in case you lose it.
It's safe to say you've worked hard for this fish, haven't you, Matt?
Oh, 5 days worth of effort. 6 even.
Yeah, moving swims.
Can you get it out, right? Right, I've got the net, it's not going to dry. It's still lively, it's not fought, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's been a long session.
I think it's a UK thing.
I was round here when Matt was playing the fish, but my camcorder was having a bit of a funny moment and stopped recording. So unfortunately, guys, I've missed most of the fight because my camcorder was being funny. But we have a fish in the net. I think Dave's having a crack.
Just getting rid of them.
That's it. Put your finger behind the ball.
Balls. It's female.
And there we go.
Nice fish, that Matt. Nice fish.
Congratulations on a new PB.
It was an awkward to get it out of there. But
It was awkward. It was a fight to get it, but we got it, and that's the main thing. I'm really pleased. But let's get you back in, and thank you very much, Mr. Fish.
Nice one, Matt. Well done.
Yeah, well done, pal.
Leaving it to the 11th
If anyone
hour.
deserves it, I think you did. Well done, mate.
Yes, well done, buddy.
Have a shower.
Yeah, left it to the 11th hour, but
You know, it could have come off tonight.
Cheers. Well,
I thought I was filming you going in then.
Yeah, I could have added another little element to your...
you made me work for it, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You made me work for you. But thank you very much.
Can you manage that? Yeah. Good job you moved as well, wasn't it?
I've broke my duck from bluebells.
And a new PB to boot.
Yeah.
There's only one downside to it, though, Matt. Everyone else has caught 40 pluses in this, 30 pluses in this video. You've brought the average down.
I do apologise, but in this case, I don't care.
Guys, unfortunately, that has come to the end of this mega 5-day social. It's been an awesome session. There's been some cracking fish in this video. We've had a brilliant social, haven't we, guys?
Yeah, brilliant.
I think even though there has been some good fish, number one, we were there for a social. It's basically been the meeting of two groups, hasn't it? Our little group, your little group. I think it's safe to say
Never
we've all
again.
become. Yeah, I think it's safe to say we've all become good friends over the course of this 5 days, hasn't it? Or the 3 days Dave was here, 4 days Andy was here.
Fantastic.
But yeah, I think we're safe to say we're all one big happy family now.
Definitely.
I can feel another social coming on next year.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, we're definitely going to meet up as a big group again, guys. But it's a bonus that there's been some pretty mega fish in this blog. But some of us have got to go now. Yeah. That is the end. I am actually staying for a few hours, so's Dave, so is Andy.
Slowly wrapping up, yeah.
So that is it, guys, unless any action happens between me, Dave and Andy in the last few hours. That is it. Time to go home. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching this mega blog, and it's been a long one, but we have been here for 5 days. But till next time, guys, tight lines.
Tight lines.
Tight lines.